Leaves.
Which is reinforcing stereotypes. So stereotypes are generally, of course, you would all know the meaning, but they are oversimplified notions or ideas about people or things or places. And biases, prejudices, and stereotypes are very closely interconnected. These are mostly ingrained into us through culture, language, societal norms. Now, in product designs, these can show up as gender, race, ethnicity, culture, religion, stereotypes. So the first example is, of course, my favorite, which is voice assistants. So most of the popular voice assistants have a default female voice. They are projected as, young, obedient women with docile and submissive personas. Actually, marketing companies, big tech companies spend a lot of effort and time creating these personas. If you ask them, any of them, each voice assistant will actually say that they have no gender, but their default voices and names are all explicitly female. In fact, I'll name you some of them. There's Siri, Cortana, Alexa, Nina, Brena, Lucida, Maluba, and there are many, many, many others. Okay. Now, these assistants, what do? They reinforce the bias that secretaries or assistants are all women, and that real women are obliging and eager to please helpers. Now, this is all based on research, okay? And this influences the perception and behavior towards women in society. In fact, female voice assistants face a lot of sexist voice abuse from men. In 2019, UNESCO came out with a report called I'd Blush If I Could. And I'd Blush If I Could is actually the response given by Siri when users called her a slut. Yeah. So what you see in black is all what users are saying to her. And these are all the responses of Siri. And you can see from, these responses that she comes across as a very flirtatious kind of persona. Now, what tends to happen is male users tend to be more rude and aggressive to female voice assistants. And they tend to pass on the same behavior to the women around them in their social circles, whether that's colleagues or wives or, other whatever. And the more fearful aspect of this is that children who use these voice assistants may think that this kind of behavior is quite normal. So we're passing down these stereotypes, right to the next generation. Okay. Another wonderful example is Google Translate. So I'm sure all of you use this. Now, Google Translate algorithm, what you can see over here is Estonian language, Indonesian, Filipino. There are many other examples. So all these languages actually have gender neutral pronouns. So there are no gender pronouns. There is no he or she. But when you type something in Google Translate itself, the algorithm itself decides what that particular gender is going to be doing. So it has already said she is beautiful, he is strong, he is a president, he is a doctor, she is a cleaner. So through each of these, through each of these sentences, it is reinforcing the stereotype of the gender role as well as societal standing, I would say. And, professions, activities. It's something that the algorithm does. And why does the algorithm do this? Because while doing the translation, it's actually looking at broader contexts to find out which translation is the most relevant, and it assigns the gender to that particular translation on its own. So what it's again doing, like in the case of voice assistants, it's perpetuating the notion that women play a certain role in society and men play this particular role in society.